as you're moving
Hey,
the
hey,
pizza
hey,
box.
people, what's going on? Your favorite Misfits back in the building. Let me get my mic right.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got a sound guy, so we got to do it.
Yep, so hopefully we're not echoing.
No.
As people start jumping in, we'll start asking, about sound. But yeah, your favorite Misfits back in the building. Your boy Keith and Troy out here talking about you know what. No, you don't. We're talking about everything, though.
Yes.
Tonight, we will talk about, what we talking about today?
What are we talking about?
How you don't know what? This is we are the most unprepared group ever.
Really?
No, all right, so tonight we're going to be talking about getting ready for qualifiers, obviously. Some feedback that we got from Tyler today on his live stream.
Yep.
We're also going to, we'll see how this goes because you guys know how we are. We get a little long-winded and sidetracked. So we got quite a bit to talk about. Just know it's going to be plenty of us discussing stuff throughout the show. All right? Oh, man.
You're good. I'm just making sure this is still going.
Got it. All right. So, all right, people, what's going on? See, I know we're going to get a few people bounce in here and see what's happening. And give a chance to pull up on the Facebook.
They should be up there already.
I put it on the Waddle site, but I don't think I pulled it up on
Okay.
your page.
All right.
All right. So, as we already know, some bids were handed out. Some pro bids were handed out. And people
Yes.
who made back-to-back seasons.
Yeah, that was one thing. Bids. Yeah.
Yeah. So congratulations to those groups.
Yes.
Um,
Everyone that got a bid, congratulations.
Absolutely. So I know it won't be long. We're going to be hearing the news about. Let me take it down. We're going to hear the news about the people who are going to get it from
Circuit points.
circuit points, right?
Yep.
So after we hear the circuit points, I think then that's when they're going to open up the qualifiers.
Yes, hopefully.
And then once they open up the qualifiers, then we'll have a good idea of what needs to be done to get in if we haven't gotten in already. Chances are, I think we're both pretty much believing we're going to have to do qualifiers.
I know I will. I don't have many circuit points, hardly at all.
Yeah.
So I will definitely have to.
So yeah, we'll see how that pans out. Hopefully it works out for all those who are hopeful and on the cusp and about to get in there. I know we also have PLS coming up, which is the final PLS for the week. You just seen the reflection off that.
I know. It was fun. I was just
A
like,
little
whoa.
paranoid. They was like, what's going
No,
on?
I wasn't paranoid. I was just like, whoa. I didn't realize they would pick it up like that.
Yeah. But
Oh. What? We haven't even shown everybody our new
it was a new garb.
new jerseys,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. So as you can see,
See, here we go getting sidetracked. Sorry. I just saw my
It's cool.
my little outline of my belly up there, so I had to,
It's all good. You know, black is slim in color. So
not in this one, it's not.
no, that just
But you
shows
know
how
what?
big you are
This
there.
one does. Hey, check your thyroid. This
inside joke.
Yeah. This one actually fits, unlike the Pro-Am one.
Oh, that one
which,
was
speaking
hilarious.
of, I still have to reach out to them to get my original one with all the sponsors and stuff on it. But yeah, qualifiers definitely. Probably going to be something I'll have to do for sure. And yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I've never done a qualifier before. I know there's some people who have done them. It didn't quite work out for them, but they did at least do it, so at least we can learn how to do the setup.
Yeah.
I was looking at last year, and I think they only picked the top 10.
I have no idea. I'll have to.
If
You'll
it
have
is
to
the-
look and see
If
how
it was
many
the top
they take
20,
from it.
it was 56 and above. If it was the top 10, I think the number was closer to 57 or something to that effect. But I would imagine the number would be higher this year
Oh, most
as far as the
definitely.
averages because
Got to be.
people were talking about how last year I got a chance to check out Vinny's show, Axe Life. By the way, if you guys, you in for a good time, go over to Axe Life.
Yes, they had a special guest, Eric Remblas, on.
Eric Remblas on, right?
And
Good interview.
Vinny and him put on a good show. Actually, I've really enjoyed it. I listened
Oh, you
to
said
it.
actually, like you surprised they did a good show.
I mean, I was
Like,
just saying they did it.
actually.
They did a good show. Like they, unlike us. That's what I'm saying. They actually did a good show. We did not.
I appreciate the love there, Pablo. He said nice jersey.
Oh,
But yeah,
I was trying to
so
see it up there. Yeah.
so I'm looking at obviously feedback and stuff.
Yeah.
Based on what we saw and heard from them.
Mm-hmm.
The numbers last year were reasonably low.
Right.
You talked about how 54 or 55, you're almost guaranteed to be pro.
Yeah.
Whereas this time, you don't even come close.
New.
And the number was closer to 56.
Yep.
And 57.
57. Yep.
So, and that's a testament to the skill, where people have grown in the sport or, and that's what prompted the growth and the rule changes on the current boards. Obviously, where everybody's going to have their gripes. So we've had ours for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And, everybody's got to make their choices next year. I think you said you're going to remain amateur.
So yeah, after watching Tyler's live today, not going too much into detail with that, but after him answering quite a few of my questions, and after throwing on the target, I don't think the target itself is going to bother me. It's more so the 15-foot line because I've already broke one
I broke the axe. I did. I threw the axe and
yeah, we had one axe break and we had another axe almost break, so I don't know if I want to try that right yet or maybe try to find some axe that's already semi-broken, maybe tape it up and see if I could figure out how to get it to stick from there and then work with another axe. But I think for right now, I'm comfortable with the rules because we played a couple games between each other on them, and the new boards, and I like it. I mean, I will say it does put a lot more strategy into it because you have to be more strategic on where you're gonna go. And if you hit a 5, during league play, if you hit a 5, do you go back for that 6? Do you move on to the next one? There's just so many possibilities now.
Yeah, because a lot of it has to do with your goals. Like, what kind of goals did you set? Were you just trying to get the best average you could get? Were you trying to get, challenge yourself and get more 6s and go around the room? Were you preparing for tournaments? Yep. And I know for me, I have teetered back and forth. Am I going to go advanced or am I going to remain in amateur? I know one guy online, he didn't like the term amateur, but like he want to say standard. So, for that sake, I will say standard, sir. For those that will stay in the standard, I think I am going to go ahead and go advanced after getting a chance to throw on it because I teetered so much because I didn't get a chance to throw on it.
Right.
And I wasn't sure what it was going to be like. After seeing it, I believe I can do it. Ironically, I actually did better with the kills from 15.
I was about to say, when we played our games, the first one was a blowout. I don't know what you were doing. You stayed at 12. I stayed at 12. It was I threw a 57. I think you threw a...
Yeah, it was ugly.
Yeah.
Let's not talk
then the next game, you went advanced rules, so you actually stepped back to the 15 mark, and I stayed at 12, and believe it or not, that game turned around. And I think that's one thing that's crazy because... So I threw a 57 first game. Second game, turned around and threw a 39.
Yeah, because there's small differences between. So in the past, if you had an errant throw, you might get a 5.
Yep.
You may get a 4.
4.
Now, if it's an errant throw, it could be a 2 if you went the other way.
Could be a 3.
Or it could be a 3.
Which definitely helps swing the games. Because, if you're down 3, one throw, you could take the lead. You could tie it up. Mm-hmm. One throw, you could take the lead. One throw, you could lose your lead.
That's right. No lead is really safe.
Yeah, nothing's safe, which makes it very
competitive and fun.
Yeah, definitely. We
Yeah,
got a couple comments by the
Because
way.
even after you, I think that's the Facebook post there, and it was just saying that song. Did y'all celebrate Christmas?
Oh,
Yeah, but that's that's the challenge when you're dealing with the new boards. I do like the new boards.
yeah.
Like I said, I still have mixed feelings about the 15-foot line, but I am going to do it. But I do love the new boards. I like the opportunity to mix it up. It is challenging, and it may only be challenging for another year or two until people get locked in. Because I'm sure when they went from remember the big bullseye?
Oh, yeah.
Take up the whole five.
The whole 5 ring.
Right, when they went to the
Kills were
small
like
dot,
big
right?
too. Yeah.
When they went to the small dots, I'm pretty sure people were like, "Man, this is hard," And then now look at it, they're throwing 64 left and right.
Right. Yeah.
And so it's probably only a matter of time before the same thing happens with the new boards. So I'm excited to see how that's going to go.
So I do have a question for you.
Talk to me.
So with the whole so it's weird because they're keeping pro, but also changing it to advanced and amateur.
All right,
Because
so
Tyler did say that today that they're going to keep the pro card and stuff like that and stats and stuff, but they're getting rid of the name. So it gets really confusing. But so with them going away from it and doing an amateur versus amateur and advanced, would you like to see more of a sort of weight class when it comes to, so I'm comparing it to UFC, where they have, 195 and below fights in a category. Would you like to see Wattle go into get rid of the advanced amateur and do, 40 and below or 45 and below, 45 to 50 A, 50 to 55 B, 55 to 60 C, 60 plus D?
in year one, I'd say no, because I would like to see how things shake out in year one. Because the new boards, as we stated before, there's such dramatic shifts in points.
Right.
So there may not be as large of a distinction as we think it's going to be. I think it would be good to give it a year and see if there is this grand chasm that we think is going to be. And if it is, then absolutely let's talk about divisions.
Yeah.
But if it's not, if it's just more of what it is right now, then I'd say leave it alone. Because the truth of the matter is, to me, and I shouldn't say the truth of the matter, my opinion about it is a lot of the people who are below 45, that's because they don't want to be above 45 because they don't practice. They just want
Right.
to do it for fun.
Right.
So I don't think it's necessarily, I don't think they're going to run their own league for the most part because they don't care about losing now. They're not trying to be competitive. They just like being out there with their camaraderie amongst their peers.
Definitely.
So, I don't think there necessarily has to be a division for them because I feel like it would alienate them to a
Right.
degree. And I think keeping the pot the way it is and those who are aspiring to go forward will do so. Everybody else will stay within the pot and fight it out at their local venue, however they
Right.
do it.
Yeah,
No,
I
I
mean-
don't think it's necessary in year one. I think let's wait and see what the participation level is going to be like because next year, based upon a small, sample size, there's a lot of people that claim they're going to walk away.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got others that are on the fence about advanced versus
Amateur and everything.
right.
Yeah.
So that idea of, I think, is take a wait and see. Let's wait and see what happens because January it's a short time away, but it's a long time away at the same time.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a lot of mixed emotions. A lot
What
of people
if
flip flop.
they did that for tournaments?
I think it won't matter because again in tournaments you don't get too many people who are below 45 entering tournaments.
Right. Yeah. Definitely.
So
but
I don't think it's necessarily to have a heavyweight division. I think you've already done that when you said advanced versus
amateur.
amateur because if you go to a mixed one and it's a tournament, you're allowed to go either way.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to go all
Or
pro.
is
You
it
don't
open?
have to,
I
right
think
when it's an
open,
open. If the rule is everybody wants to go inside, they want to do amateur. I'm as an advanced person, I'm not obligated to go advanced because that puts me at a disadvantage in the tournament.
Right. Yeah.
But so there's going to be some interesting layouts. I think there's going to be some confusion Because how do you score those tournaments? Do they get credit for those tournaments if an advanced player's in it and he's throwing at an amateur level? Or is he just for fun for him? I'm pretty sure it was just for fun if he's not going to remain advanced because
Yeah.
But
Well,
here's
Tyler
the thing.
did say about the league where if you do an amateur league as an advanced thrower, it's for you for practice, but it's not going to count towards your leaderboard or your bid.
Now, to bring clarity to that, what he was referring to, he was saying if you have a venue that doesn't have room for a 15-foot line and you have to throw that 12-foot line, like you have no choice, then for you it's just you're playing for fun if you're an advanced person. You're not getting circuit points for it like the amateurs do, and you're not getting a rating like the advanced players do. You're playing for fun. If there is a 15-foot line in there, they're asking, hey, even if it's just one lane, if you're the advanced player, play all your games on that advanced so you can get credit for it. And that's the way to do it. Because even at our venue, we do have room for the 15-foot. So that means next year, unless someone else chooses to go advanced, I'll probably be the only one. And I'll be throwing advanced or from 15 feet when everybody else is throwing from 12. And I'll get my credit, and I'll get my rating while you guys get your circuit points. And as you move towards the amateur championships, and I'm doing what I can to hopefully qualify for the worlds.
Well, yep.
So yeah.
Because I've been practicing on going out all the outside kills just to see, what would happen, how I would do. And I feel good with it because at first I thought that it was all a rating system. Mm-hmm. So I figured, those bulls and hit percentages and all that, like Tyler, if anybody watched his live, talked about there's a whole equation
if you
and
want to know what the
number and
equation is,
everything.
you got to go on his show to do
Yeah.
it because I'm going to make it convoluted.
Yeah,
I don't know
it's
what
a lot.
I don't know what the circuit point breakdown is going to be for the amateur division.
So circuit point, I don't know about that,
but I would just tell you, use your strategy to do what you got to do next year.
Yeah,
if you already got yours, don't give it away.
Yeah, so just going around, I felt confident, and I was like, well, then in watching Tyler's live, he said that amateurs is still based on average, just like it is now. So it's like, okay, now there's even more strategy to go into this, and it's like, it's really got me thinking, more and more and more, and it's like, it's almost becoming a mind game.
And I'm not gonna lie, despite the divisions, because that was my concern from the start, was would you divide the sport too heavily? I think you're still gonna have a huge divide in the sport.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but I do think there is a level of excitement for each group.
Oh yes, definitely.
I know for me, I'm excited to see what a rating would look like for me. I can't wait to practice again on the board.
Yeah, me either.
I thought our board was drawn wrong because I thought it was the perfect X, but then when I see it, it's not. It's like an inside X. It's like a Confederate flag. I'm just saying. That's what it looks like. So,
oh boy.
But so I'm looking forward to throwing on that.
And I don't know how accurate they are.
It looked pretty accurate though because I
kind of threw them up there and
I looked at it based upon the specs that it had online, and I was comparing it to what I was looking at from the tutorial videos. You look like you're pretty locked in, as close as it gets without being
perfect. Yeah, without an actual stencil, which hopefully our venue will get soon.
I think kill shots are going to be very interesting next year.
That was one thing that I was kind of excited about, hearing Tyler talk about overtime.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. Like if y'all hit a same point value, then you rotate clockwise around, and that's going to be pretty cool.
And it sucks for me because as an advanced player, I have to throw my overtime throws from the 15-foot line.
That's one thing I didn't ask. Do you? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
you do. So if you're an advanced player, you have to throw your overtime throws from the 15-foot line, unless obviously you guys have agreed to go and you're playing an amateur tournament.
Right.
If you're playing an amateur tournament, you need to do it.
Speaking of, there is a tournament January 12th.
I saw that in Arizona.
No, Texas.
No, there's one in Arizona.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
What venue?
Oh, now I gotta look it up now.
Oh, the one I think of mine was Texas. The one I saw was Texas because it was at Mighty X.
Oh, okay.
So
let me see here.
That one, I was looking at that, trying to go ahead and plan the 24 schedule so we could, get an idea of where it might have been Arizona. I don't know.
Let me see. I found one there's a cactus
yeah,
tournament.
Mighty
X?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Arizona. I thought
Phoenix,
it was Texas.
Arizona. Yeah.
I like their logo, by the way.
Yeah, I like that too.
little things cool.
I got to put some little change aside because I want to go to Arizona. I've never been to Arizona.
That's what I'm saying. So don't go to PLS. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm going to PLS because I'm not. I don't think I'm going to make the Worlds. So let me be honest with you. I don't think I'm going to make Worlds because I don't think I'm going to make Worlds. PLS for me is the closest thing to Worlds without going to Worlds.
Right. Have you got your flight yet?
Yeah, I got it all together.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So I got all that together. My flight's there. I leave Friday night. I'm going to get there early in the morning, so a little after midnight.
Oh, okay.
And go to sleep.
What? You what?
Yeah. The night
You gonna be awake?
It's still the night before. I'm going to bed because the event. Well, see, all right. So I got a blessing, honestly, because I had originally signed up for the amateur tournament, which started at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
I got moved to the pro tournament.
Okay.
Because I got moved to the pro tournament, that means that I won't have to be there at 9 a.m. I could probably show up at 10:30, 11 o'clock, which means that if I get there, I can actually sleep.
Yeah, you get like what, an extra hour of sleep?
That's right.
Okay.
That's an extra hour of sleep.
I
need my beauty rest.
Yeah, I know you do. Yeah. After Appleton, I know you.
Yeah.
You need your sleep.
You know I'm gonna go to bed. I'm an old man. I'm going to bed.
Trust me.
Look,
I know.
I'm going to bed. So absolutely, that's actually a blessing for me because to come in, then actually be able to sleep until checkout, so to speak, and then show up to the venue feeling somewhat refreshed and feel like I've eaten and not feel the jitters and stuff. And
well, that'll be good.
Play and then go home.
Yeah. Well, good luck. I am not going.
You heard what he said. He's saying the rest of y'all good luck because y'all gonna need it.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna need it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you know, I really wanted to, thought about it, but at the end of the day, pros and cons, there was just really nothing in it other than one last chance for a 64. Not too worried about that. I mean, my look on it, everything restarts soon anyway, so the only thing that I could have got out of it was money and the trip, obviously, to go to Ohio and, you know, the experience. But other than that, there was nothing.
It's funny. You said there's nothing I could have got out of it. You named like 10 things you could have got out of it.
Well, all right, so the experience, food, other than that.
So I've never been to Dublin, Ohio. So that's another thing, too. I wanted to go to that venue anyway.
Now, that will be the one thing that I will say I missed is being able to go to Throw Pros because that's a pretty cool venue from what I've heard. Done another tournament there before. I haven't, but they've hosted other tournaments there before. But, yeah, that's one I wish, like I said, venue was one of the venues on the list. But I am going to save and wait for 2024 because that is when it's going to matter.
Yeah. So for me, like I said, I was happy to do it. I just want to throw in the targets one last time. I feel like I finally locked in the fall season and found my stride, and now we're changing the rules. I'm like, dang it, you know.
Yeah.
But I feel good because I was able to accomplish most of the goals that I set for my first year. So personally, I wanted to win all 4 seasons in my local league. I only won 3 out of 4, so came up a little short there. I wanted to make pro status, which I did in the final fall season. I wanted to make a good deep run in the pro-am. I did. I came up short there. I didn't know anything about PLS until this past summer.
Yeah, Virginia Beach.
But now, you know, because Worlds was always, you know, it was a dream, but the idea is I hope to get there. But in the first year, the likelihood of me getting there, I didn't think was very high.
Yeah.
So to see the guys that are going to participate, you know, you're talking about pros that are throwing 58 and above. You know, I want to get a chance to go and test myself against that because let's say I had made Worlds, I'm pretty sure everybody I'm about to face is going to be there.
Oh, yeah,
so,
definitely.
And some that's better because even the Brian Cox of the world won't be there, you know.
Right.
So there's still a pool of talent that won't be there, but it'll give me a chance to kind of see how would I have fared had I made it to Worlds, you know. And if I get blown out, I probably won't do the qualifier. But if I do get out there and do halfway decent, when I say halfway decent, let me get a couple rounds in. You know, even if I lose in the first round because I'm a low seed, that's cool. But I want to say at least I got 2 wins. If I get at least 2 wins, I'm gonna do the qualifier because then I feel like I can compete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
So there's going to be, I think,
I think I'm gonna do
56
the
people.
yeah, I'm gonna do the qualifier regardless.
Yeah.
Just for it, see what I can do. It's something else to do. I'm just gonna see, hey, what happens.
Yeah.
If I make it, cool. If not, all right, 2024, I'm gonna come in strong and really put in the work.
So practice this week for me is qualifier practice.
Mm-hmm.
Basically throwing 4 times, go up. 4 times, go up.
Yeah.
Because the qualifiers. And for those who don't know what qualifier is, you will basically have someone, certified judge, will videotape you throwing 50 throws and
10 games basically.
Basically 10 games. And
Or
on throw
5. Sorry, 5 games.
5 games, yes. And on throw 5 and throw 10, you have to go up.
Have to go up.
And so you don't get the option. You have to go up. And that's what you have to get used to. You don't have to switch sides.
Right.
You don't have to switch dots. You just go up on throw 5 and throw 10. And then after you have done that, you would throw 10 additional kill shots. And again, you do not have to swap, I don't think. Oh, you do have to swap in the 10 kills.
I don't know either. That's when we'll have to
I'm pretty sure
into
when that time comes, we'll look up the rule and see what it is.
But if you don't have to switch,
yeah, I think maybe you do have to switch back and forth on that. But I have to look because I'm be making it up either way at this time. But yes, you would have to, you throw the 10 kills, additional kills, and that would be your qualifier. And the certified judge would, after each throw, would go up to the camera showing that it was legit. And I think you don't have to go all the way up if it's obvious.
Yeah.
Like you split it, I don't think you have to go up, but I know they have to go up every so often for sure.
Yeah, close runs and
yeah,
stuff.
to show that it did indeed hit the number you said
I'd
it
just
hit.
do it anyway, just to be safe.
Yeah, and then you calculate your score, like total score, not average, total score.
Yep.
And then Waddle and everything based upon the cutoff will decide if you made it or not. And I think the numbers are going to be really high this year as far as the qualifiers. I don't think it's going to be low-hanging fruit. I don't think 54 is going to cut it.
No.
So, it is what it is. But again, I'm hoping to, in my practice like as a qualifier, go up on 5 and 10.
Yeah.
I like going up out of sequence anyway, where you're not 9 and 10 all the time.
Yeah, right.
Practice going up on 8. I practice going up on 8 a lot, but at least recently I have. And that's just the kind of strategic, moves that I've learned.
Right.
But, so all that practice is that. And then after PLS, assuming I have not gotten a world bid, all my remaining practices for the rest of the year will also be qualifier practices.
Yeah.
And then after the qualifier practice, I will go hardcore for the new rules.
So I put in a little training, not really program, but system I'm going to do. Every time I go in practice, I'm just going to do 30 minutes of each discipline, basically. Just work on each discipline and getting better at each discipline. The only thing, obviously, I'm not going to do right now is duels yet because we're not, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. I'm not really worried about duels.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't...
See, so we kind of have a disadvantage because we only get a chance to practice once a week because that's only the access that we have currently. So, some people get 10, 20, 30 minutes a day because they have access to a venue because they either work there or they own it. So we're already at a disadvantage there. So for us, we definitely have to be very focused with our practice time. I know next year, I'm not a knife person. I really don't like knives that much, but I said it last week when I got a chance to watch Sebastian and Tommy play. I was like, whoa. So I probably will put some effort into improving that because I'm also hoping that next year I would have qualified for Worlds, and when the amateur championships come up, I'm going to go to the amateur championships just to compete in skills.
Yep.
Support you being there because I know you're going to be there, and then and throw in skills. And so I got to get my knife game up. And so even if I don't throw in a knife league, I just want to be able to stick it from 15.
Yeah. That's my thing, too. I want to be able to... I feel like looking back at the Pro-Am, that's one thing I wish I would have signed up for because we definitely had the time to practice it. Even though we were practicing hatchet and focusing mainly on hatchet, we could have, taken a little bit of time to push knife a little bit harder to, just to improve our game.
Right.
And, that's something I wish I would have done looking back now because the skills look so much fun, man.
The skills did look a lot of fun. It was definitely knife-centric. I'm not worried about Big X. I feel like my Big X game is going to be fine. I only did it once last year, and I did okay in my only time out with it. But hatchet is the thing I love, so that's the one I know I'm going to focus a lot on. I'm gonna try to again incorporate some knife in there, because also if I do make it to what I want to do and there's some tournaments, I notice a lot of the current year pro tournaments, you had to basically throw more than one discipline.
Yeah.
If you went to PLS right now as a pro, you had to
Throw
to
all
get your
of them.
money's worth. You had to
gotta
throw
throw,
at least
yeah.
three. Otherwise, you just paid a whole bunch of money to throw hatchet.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
I definitely can see that happening. Let me see here. I'll pull up because I know we would have some notes here.
Yeah. And while you're doing that, we'll take a little break. I've got a little video I made the other day.
Oh yeah.
This was part of the surprise. So I gave you your medal already. I gave you your trophy.
Yeah.
This is another recognition for you, for your pro, and for everything you've done this year for for me and for, other people within the venue, like our venue and stuff, but mainly for me, that I put together. I will be posting it separately, so it'll be up there for people to see as well. So y'all will be able to see his reaction. But yeah, I told him last night I had a surprise, and he wanted to know, and I didn't tell him. So he will see this for the first time. And yeah, so you'll have to actually watch the live, and stuff.
I'm waiting to see what it is.
All right, so we'll be back in just a minute. All right.
Hey, people. Well, hey, man, I appreciate the video tribute. Like I
course.
said, that's pretty cool. I appreciate that.
I knew I had to do a little something because, like I said, you have pushed me. Because if it wasn't, I don't know what I'm doing here.
Nice clicking stuff.
Yeah, pulling up stuff. If it wasn't for you, I would probably not have pursued axe throwing as heavily as I have here recently.
Mm-hmm.
And I also wouldn't have probably met the people we've met and had as much fun as we've had. The first ever one we went to out of state was Blackwater. Mm-hmm. And, we have our little inside joke of our sleepovers. And, it's been a lot of fun. And I figured I had to do a little something to kind of, say thank you as well as to congratulate you on your pro status because that's huge. That's what we've been working for all year and the hard work paid off. So it was, congratulations. So we did have a question while the video was playing.
Yeah, that was Lacey. He asked if how do you feel about throwing in the thoughts on throwing advance. Oh, wait, he says, what's your thoughts on throwing? I'm assuming you meant advance, not advice. Yeah. For the first 2 seasons to qualify for World and potentially gain a B. Oh, my thoughts is huge, and that's exactly why I'm doing it. I really want to take my opportunity, tap into what progress I've made this year. I think I've made enough progress, especially making it to the pro league. It built a lot of confidence for me. I know that a lot of people, to them, it doesn't make a difference because it doesn't roll over. But to me, it meant a lot to make that status. And so it gave me the confidence to feel like I can just build on that experience, go forward next year, and see if I can tap into the 128 again and hopefully get a bid. I don't like this year feeling like I got to wait for a qualifier and leaving it on up to chance.
Right.
So if I can take fate into my own hand next year, why not?
I think it's pretty cool. I think, you can jump into it and potentially get half of your qualifications done within the first season if you make that mark as an advanced thrower. And then all you really have to do is do it one more time.
Yeah. And that's the trick.
One more time. And do you do it, can you do it the next season? Or is it the next season? Or is it the next season? Yeah. It honestly takes a little bit of pressure off, I feel like, but it also has some added pressure to it as well.
I mean, I'm excited, though. I really am. I'm genuinely excited about the opportunity. I think I'm going to take advantage of it. Obviously, I am uber confident in most things that I try or take a shot at. So even if I'm going to go down in flames, I'm going to be a confident flamer. So I really genuinely believe I can make it there. So is it making pro check? Absolutely. Check off that box. And congratulations to you, Lacey. I know that was something that you had been striving for throughout your axe career. I remember when we first met him, he said he was a professional amateur. And now he is a professional. So,
that's right.
So
the whole time you were watching the video, we never even looked up the next topic.
Oh, yeah.
But while you're looking it up, I will ask you a question or bring some stuff, or if you guys that are here watching want to ask us some questions, please do. We will, answer them and get to them when we can and when we see them. So if there's anything you guys want to talk about or want us to talk about and want to hear us go back and forth and bicker about, let us know. So we've talked about other sports and us getting into them. Next Tuesday is a cornhole league. Yeah. Would you be interested in going?
I'll probably go to watch because I want to see you compete, man. You talk about cornhole all the time.
I know. I got to see if it's bring your own bags or not. I got to figure out all that. I'll have to reach out because I do have bags. I want to get new ones, obviously, because I want to get into I want to get some that have our logo on them.
Oh,
which would be pretty cool. Yeah, because I found a website. I found a guy on Facebook, actually, that'll make them. Also, I saw that our local draft house is doing a dart league.
Oh, okay. So you're going to do the
darts.
Oh, yeah. You talked about darts, too. Is that something you want to get into as well?
I don't know. Darts are fun, man. I really like darts.
But I'm in a league, though, not just going to
I know,
play.
Right? That's the thing. I'm not that great to be able to, I think, just kind of...
You ain't that great at axe either, but you do that.
True. Getting better. Out of the three of those, cornhole I probably would be the best at. But, yeah. So, Lacey, what food is Ohio good for?
I don't know, but whatever they're good for, I'm going to find
out. I don't know either because I have not been.
I don't even know what's next to the place. But see, that it sucks for me, too, though, because I'm going to get there so late, most stuff's going to be closed.
Everything, yeah. It's okay. You got your Domino's app. So, yeah, there's, I am definitely going to do the cornhole, like I said. Start that. It's supposed to be coming locally to our local league, so hopefully that'll be there. Let's see. Let's talk about the Steelers. What are we going to talk about? A sorry team that's only beat one winning team.
Yikes. Shots fired.
let's see. I don't know. It's my buddy Greg from work. And he won't be there tomorrow.
It's
so
all right. He's still saying he's right though. You do suck. He does suck.
He
Greg.
sucks, Troy. Yeah. I don't see you out there, Greg. Come on.
Greg, you need to come on and join the Axe League anyway. You might as well do it. It's a clean slate.
Yeah.
You know.
Exactly.
Or at least do the cornhole thing on Tuesday.
He could. Yeah. I could. I'll talk him into it. But yeah. So, is there any sport in particular that you want to try to get more involved in? You know, like we got involved in axe throwing. Is there anything else that you see out there that you might be like, you know, I wouldn't mind trying that?
I'm old. My knees don't move the way they used to. I see you keep trying to get me into sports that involve athleticism.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Darts does not involve athleticism. Cornhole does not involve athleticism.
But
axe throwing does not. Okay.
Are we gonna forget about pickleball?
Pickleball is the only
other
one.
sports. So you've named.
I just asked if there's anything
no,
you knew
there's
about.
nothing else that my body wants to say. We can do that. No. So first of
Pull
all,
up the Facebook chat.
First of all, you forget that I'm long in the tooth
yeah, see,
compared
look,
to you.
Mr. Pretty Tony said pickleball. That's what I'm saying. And you do know most pickleball players are old.
Which means further damnation on me that some old person's going to beat the brakes off me.
Man, no. It's fun, man.
He just wants to see me get humiliated. You know what I'm saying? Like a Happy Gilmore or something, right? The hole. Go in the hole.
Yeah. Oops.
No, as far as other sports, I really don't focus on a lot of athletics as much as I used to.
Yeah.
As I'm getting older, you know, I'm dealing with the household, I'm dealing with, you know, work and being, you know, the CEO of my life kind of thing. And, you know, I did pick up a hobby within, and Tony, by the way, you're only 45. Go ahead and join Swaddle. Go and get in there. Go and get in Swaddle.
I was about to say that's Sean Daniels, by the way.
Oh, that is Sean. Yeah, definitely get in. Definitely, Sean, get in the Swaddle. You would love it. Swaddle is the way to go because if I was available to get in the Swaddle, I promise you I would join.
I wonder if they're going to have tournaments and stuff.
It doesn't matter. I would be a tournament of one if I had to be.
Yeah.
I would represent the Swaddle brand.
Right.
As a matter of fact, I may just put a Swaddle badge on me just to represent Swaddle, even though I haven't made it yet.
But
and by the way, Sean has made huge strides because on paper, I think he only threw like one season last year.
Yep.
So this year, he basically had an unofficial rookie year in which he was basically pro all year. And he was kicking butt. And then to bring it home the way he did. Like
he's got
cracking 1,600.
Yeah, he got a bid for hatchet and for knives.
And knives.
And he'll probably end up getting one for duels.
Yeah, he probably
with
will.
Him and Brian
all
flick
I
it and
know
stick
is
it. And then also I think he's going to get one for Big X.
Look, all I know is that man had one heck of a year.
He definitely
He's had some ups and downs, you know, as far as, you know, turnouts but he's always positive. You know, he's like, hey, you know what? It is what it is. I'm moving on to the next one.
That's right.
You know, I might have had a setback at Virginia Beach, but I'm going to kill it at Blackwater. I'm out, you know what I'm saying? And he goes to the next one and just destroys whoever's in front of him.
Yep.
And so
he threw 2 leagues.
Yeah, so this guy, like, he's had one heck of a year because to have, you know, a beginning season last year, which was a truncated rookie year, he didn't throw the whole year, and then to come into the next year and build off that momentum the way that he did.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And basically be pro all year and was a juggernaut all year. That is just like crazy. So, no, kudos to you, Sean. That's Sean Daniels, and anybody who wants to know Mr. Pretty Tony. He had one heck of a year, and if you get in front of him as an opponent, good luck because you're going to need all of it. That guy can throw.
Yeah.
So, I'm hoping to catch up to him and Brian. Obviously, I want to catch them. I'm hoping the new rules are going to be beneficial to give me a chance to catch them while I still have a chance.
Yeah. I think it can happen. I think we can. You know, most of your top throwers have been throwing for quite a while. You know, Sean is one of the few exceptions, but if you look at it, a lot of these guys have thrown 2-3 years already, and this was our first year.
And we did very well.
If you look at it, if you really look at it, we would I would say we only really played half a year.
Yeah.
And I would say that because we started summer ish, because the winter one, we kind of didn't know rules, didn't know
Well,
stuff.
I won't say
I mean,
that.
we
I say
threw,
for
but
me, I would say I count my whole year. I had a good journey. I started my
oh, of
year
course, I did too.
not knowing, as you stated, the
Yeah.
full concept of the rules. I didn't go for as many points in my first season because I was misled to believe that the season didn't matter. It was all about placement
Yep.
for the tournament. And so obviously I didn't go as high as I probably could have. And
Definitely.
had I known better, because I think in each season I threw at least 3 leagues, right? And I tried to throw as often as I possibly could. I believe had I known what I know now, one of those leagues I would have just stayed down. My very first league, I did pretty much stay down. It was 2 for 10. It was my very first ever. So obviously I wasn't expected to do great. It was a 49.7. After that, I just started going up and at least making efforts. It wasn't 100% kills, but I was going up. Nevertheless, and I was still getting 51s and 52s. And had I stayed down, that could have easily been a 53, 54,
Yeah.
which would have given me more circuit points.
Circuit point. Yep.
And then when I got to season 2, which was the summer, then the spring.
Spring.
The spring, I started getting a little bit some tailwind behind me. I started making some strides, doing well, and then I got to the summer, and the biggest win for me in the summer, obviously I got a couple of them off of Brian, but was to beat Mr. Pretty Tony. You know what I'm saying? I got
Right.
second place axe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I was able to knock him out and then get my tail kicked by Brian. But you know what I'm saying? That's why he says he owes me one, because the one time we went head to head, I got him.
Yeah.
3-point trap, baby. That's
right.
Going up on 8. And so I got lucky that day, honestly. And then I was able to make some noise in Virginia Beach also during the summer and going into the spring. And so there was a lot of growth. And then this fall was huge for me as far as getting that breakthrough. I knew it when I started hitting close to 55. Then I got to 55. Then I got to 56 in those 3. And I was like, it was a 54.9 something. Then it was like 54.96. I was 1 point away
Yep.
from 55. Then the next league, I stayed down and got over 55, like 55.6
Yeah.
something. And then the next league, I said, man, forget this. The finale for me, I decided, man, I'm going to go up and take my shots. And I probably had the best ratio I had, which was 31 for 41. I know for some of you who looked at the leaderboard, it says 31 for 42. But I don't know what it is about the Waddle stuff. Some stuff doesn't translate over as good. So
Yeah.
some people say, well, 31 for 42, 31 for 41. What's the difference? 2% apparently. Because one is 74% kills, one is 76% kills.
Yeah.
And that matters to me personally because I want my numbers to be right. So when you look in the record books, you better put some respect on my name.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Definitely. I agree, man. It's, we had, I wouldn't really say a rough start. We just had a non-informative start.
Yeah.
So it kind of really took off in the summers when we both really took off and kind of got the strides and figured out a lot of
Yeah.
rules and things we had to push for, which at that point was almost too late. But we had fun and we did, what we like doing. And that's why I asked you about other sports because I was, didn't know if you
I know
were just interested.
Yeah, I don't. It's not that I don't have interest, though. Let me be clear. I am interested in a lot of things. The reality is, what does my time look like? And so during the summer months, for me, I'm in the HVAC industry, which is heating and air conditioning. That is my busy season.
Definitely.
So during that time frame, it's almost impossible for me to get into a lot of things. I have to take a lot of PTO to do events. So I have to consider those things. And then this year, I know my schedule is switching up because I'll be working, I think, Sunday to Thursday. So that means it's going to possibly affect my Sunday league.
Yep.
And as a result, because it's Sunday, Thursday, that means I won't get Wednesday league in either. So I may be relegated to doing marathons.
Right.
And so I have to see what the summer is going to look like. A lot can change between now and that time. But, taking advantage of the opportunities that are available to us. And a shout out to Blue Ridge Axe, by the way. It's my home away from home. It's my people. I know I waited late in the show to say something to you guys. Sorry about that. But Blue Ridge Axe, absolutely. I plan to make it up there to them this year at least once. I know they do leagues on Sundays, so I'm expecting they'll probably do one on Memorial Day.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll take some PTO and go up there and throw on the Sunday, knowing I'll be off on Monday. So
Right.
anybody that wants to go up there, please make sure you are going there. I'm telling you way ahead of time, Memorial Day weekend. Come on up and get cooked. They only got about 5 lanes, but that's all the lanes I need to cook you. So come on up there and get cooked. It is a cash pot, by the way. It's not just a trophy. So you get up there and make a little money if you're good. Unfortunately, I'm taking the money home because you can't beat me. Yeah, I said it. Prove me wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking to try to do quite a few tournaments, quite a few marathons. Definitely do my local Sunday league. Might try to get up to the local Wednesday league, depending on, how it goes. Definitely want to check out this Cornhole Tuesday just to see. Try to get a chance to win some extra money to help fund axe traveling. You know what I'm saying?
And I wonder is because I know they have leagues just like we have axe leagues. They have cornhole leagues.
Oh,
I wonder
yeah.
if he's going to be a part of an affiliation or if it's just a local thing.
I think he already is. I think they already are.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because if you look at the post and like the ad he put up or that they put up, it is from another. It's like I forget who it was by, but it was by a cornhole like league or company or something
So
like
my
that.
question is when you get these cornhole bags,
Uh-huh.
are there regulations on what the material has to be made out of?
Yes, there's regulations for all of it. Weight, size, just like axes.
Okay.
Material. See, I don't know. I haven't done a full dive into the
Because I know you're
rules.
doing your needlepoint now, so you might
Yeah.
want to get to a
Yeah.
point where you can
That's
make your
for-
own bag.
Yeah, exactly. And the needlepoint can get my. But yeah, no, I don't know what if like there's a certain fabric and stuff everyone uses different, and those bags are pricey as well.
Really?
Oh yeah, the one set I looked at today that I really really wanted because it had the logo on it was kind of like the one on our new one.
Uh-huh.
They were $185 for a set of 4.
4 bags
Yeah.
of corn
Mm-hmm.
for $185.
Yep.
Man, y'all killing me with this, man. These sports is expensive for nothing.
Yep.
I think it's harvest time right now in the Carolinas for corn. I will get you some corn,
yeah.
$20. Just I pull over the side of the road, grab a couple
I could just
ears
go to
and
the-
just go for it.
I could just go to the wife's house. They got it right out there. But yeah, that was for those.
Yeah, you better go to Food Line and wrap it up and just like,
But there's other ones. Like I found a set of 8 that were had matching logo but different colors. Like one was black and red, the other one was red and black. So it flopped. And those were only $100 for a set of 8.
only 100. Wow.
So yeah.
Wow. So, oh man, inflation is a mug, boy. I tell you
But
what.
some of them, like I don't know how this one's gonna be. That's why I wanted to go Tuesday. Some do bring your own bag. And then some will not let you bring bags. You have to use what they provide.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
To make it fair.
Yeah, well, I'd be interested to see what it's about.
So-
but again, I don't think I want to make that commitment to.
So this one Tuesday is not a league. I think it's just
an event.
an event. Yeah.
Yeah, well, definitely
Which
go
is
out there and see if you can
cash.
back up.
I think it's a cash
And
prize.
don't
and
go out there
stuff.
slipping because these people go out there to win, man.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like that's one thing. That's why I wanted you to come because
I was watching that and a handicapped dude was killing it.
Oh yeah.
He ain't had no arms and he was like and dropping that thing in there.
I know.
I was like, man. Now, but again,
So,
I have interest in a lot of things. I just don't think I have the time. To
yeah, of
focus
course.
on.
They just actually did they call it the U.S. Open, I believe, or Open Tournament or Open Championship, which is in Rock Hill, South Carolina. They've pretty much got a lock on cornhole up there, but I definitely would be intrigued to go see that as well, and get to that point. Not really try to participate in it.
Okay, so
but-
I have a question. How are you supposed to put all this focus on becoming an axe thrower who's going to throw multiple disciplines and be a cornhole like magician. You know what I'm saying?
Well, hopefully, if they do it at our local league, it won't be that bad. Like our local venue,
I
because
know,
it's
but
at our
but
Axe
how do
venue.
you find the time, or how do you think you'll find the time
We don't do nothing
to
on
be
Tuesdays.
focused though? Because it's two completely different strokes.
Yeah, I've played cornhole for a while though, so that it's almost like second nature to me in a way. You know, it's just find that
But
step.
do you think
Find
that
that.
being divided will stop you from being great as you could be in any one, or how you feel about it?
No, I think it'll help me.
Really?
Yeah, because
one is an underhanded throw, and the other
So
one's-
I will say I think it'll help me because of the tournament aspect. So cornhole is very much like axe throwing. It's
Right.
you and yourself, unless for most of them, unless you do double tournament or duels tournament, double tournament, where you have a partner.
Can you throw overhand in cornhole?
I don't.
I've never
know.
seen anybody do it.
I haven't either, but I don't know if there's a rule or anything about
Because
it.
I have to find if you get an overhand, I might take him a shot at it then.
There you
Then
go.
I can
See,
just
just
flick
doop,
it a wrist. You know what I'm saying?
doop.
I like to
Exactly.
do my actual axe
But-
throw and just
I feel like it'll give me that pressure, which is exactly the same thing, that I feel like I didn't have enough of for Pro-Am. I feel like when it came to Pro-Am, that was one of the big things I lacked was that non-tournament mentality of, it's best of 3, one game at a time, one throw at a time, but win or go home. And
Yeah.
that's kind of how, cornhole is too. It's like, all right, yeah, the pressure's on. Like, I got to sink this shot to stay alive. And same with, axe throwing. So I feel like that'll help with the nerves as well.
I know next year my goal is to treat each game like a tournament.
Oh, yeah.
I
I
am
mean,
going to go around and hit the multiple bullseyes, even though I know during league you don't have to.
Yeah.
You can just stay and get the fives and stuff. I am going to treat every game like a tournament because if I'm playing like it's a tournament all the time, I don't have to get ready because I'm already ready. You see what I mean?
Definitely.
So I'm going to get my pattern that feels good for me as
Yeah.
far as, which dot I'm going to go to. Because you can lose track real fast which one you threw
oh,
at.
yes, definitely.
And I know that the app is supposed to cancel it out and let you know which one
Yeah,
you
it
hit for
tracks it.
tournaments. But
But
during
not
regular
for
season,
league.
I think you have to just kind of remember.
Mm-hmm.
And so I want to get my own little pattern going and
Yeah.
and go for it. And then find my favorite kill. You know how that is. Find your favorite set of kills and then and do what you do. I think a lot of people are going to be throwing for the right side kills, though. I feel
Yeah.
it's going to be top right, top bottom right. I don't think there's going to be too many people going top left,
Yeah.
bottom left, unless it's overtime. Because I know if it's for me for overtime, I'm starting top, working my way down.
Right. But yeah, I feel like it'll help for that. Just, help calm the nerves a little bit, get used to that pressure situation. Yeah, it's a different throw, but it's also still keeping me loose
Okay.
and keeping
But now
me.
you said that's this Tuesday, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. So
The
when we come back next week, then we should have a couple stories to tell. Then,
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
you should go to that. I'm gonna be at PLS this weekend.
Yep.
So between PLS and cornhole, we're gonna have plenty to talk about.
Oh, yes.
And I'm sure there's gonna be some developments in Waddle because there's always something juicy going. If you do not follow the Waddle Facebook page,
The discussion
act-
page.
yes, go on there because there's always something being posted where you're like, what in the world is going on here?
Yeah.
And it's not like messy, like love and hip hop kind of messy, but it's interesting conversations.
Oh, yeah,
that
definitely.
pop up. And I think if you're into axe throwing, I don't care if you're IATF or Waddle or not. Go in there. There's always something to talk about. It makes it so easy to do this show because it writes itself.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's it for us this week, guys. We will see you next week. We'll give you a recap of what happened at PLS, what happens at our cornhole, and then hopefully by the I don't know, are they going to announce the Circuit Point bid?
I don't know when that'll take because, like Tyler said, they, for like duels and stuff, they're still going through all that, and they have to reach out to people because there's many people that are on
Ooh.
multiple different teams that got bids. Yeah,
So they got to pick which team they
they got to pick which team they got to go with, so they have to reach out.
So that
and
could be nasty.
there's a lot that goes into it.
So
Yeah.
chances are they won't hear anything until the first
They
week of
might
December this weekend.
Hatchet. They might do Hatchet. They should be able to do now. Like
I had to send a
so-
dispute for my Circuit Points because they didn't give me credit for the tournament.
they didn't give me credit for the tournament either for
Yeah.
the Wobble Gobble.
Yeah, we had
I
a
meant to ask
Wobble
Vincent
Gobble
about
tournament
that.
at Armadillo. It was a 3B tournament, and so
Because I got fourth. I need them points.
yeah. So I reached
Not
out.
that it'll help me, but
Yeah, I reached out to try to get those points and see if it can help. I don't know how close I am on the circuit point list because
right.
that's another thing next year. I hope they have more transparency about that as
So-
far as what that list looks like.
From what Tyler said today, is they're getting rid of region.
Oh, I know they're getting rid of.
So
oh, that's right. They're getting rid of region.
Yeah, so there's the only one that gets circuit points is the amateurs.
Right, but that's
Advanced
what I'm
doesn't
saying.
get. So
we get
it's
the
basically
ratings. So I know we
yeah,
get to see
y'all
our
get the
ratings.
rating, and then we just get circuit points. So
But
it's
I would
probably
hope-
going to be the same. Like if you get 1,600, they might lower it, but how it is now, like
That's gonna be
1,500 is
yeah.
20 circuit points, 15 or 1,600, 40 circuit points.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
probably going to be
waiting
the
to see
same.
how they're going to do
but
the breakdown on that to decide how
Yeah.
many circuit points go where
That
and for
can-
what. Yeah.
That'll be another discussion. For
Yeah,
another
yeah.
day.
Well, look, as the news drops, we will certainly talk about it. And so
Yes.
see you next week.
Yes, and if anybody has any, companies, anything they want us to shout out on here, please reach out to us. We're, trying to get more and more things going and things
absolutely.
popping up on here where when we take breaks and go in between segments, we can put a promotional video up for you guys and stuff like that. So please reach out to us.
Yeah, and we will start breaking up some of this show too and actually start putting it out as viewable content.
Yeah.
Because I know, we don't get as much participation on the lives, but
Yeah.
if we
And not many
shorts
people
and
want to
stuff.
sit there and listen to it, which I understand. I mean,
What? What do you mean people
no,
don't
no, like most people, like
What?
Tyler said, they don't want to sit there
We're
and watch.
not going what he said.
Yeah,
he knows
yeah,
nothing.
no. He knows nothing.
He knows nothing. No.
They don't want to sit and they will listen to an hour long, but it's the stuff that goes viral is the short clips. It's
No, he's right though, and you're right. And that's stuff that we're always trying to progress. We're learning a lot this year, not just in Axstorm, but in the production world.
Yep.
And so hopefully you'll see that growth going into the new year as we go forward. But thank you guys for supporting us this far. And next week, PLS and Cornhole.
That's right.
Yep.